Ooh. Oh, shit. We've been doing it too long.
That one burns a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Two Drunk Guys and a Football Podcast. I'm your host, Skinny Domestic.
And Marcus Hammer Mary.
Another week in the books of college and NFL. Week 10 and week 11 for both, respectively.
Crazy NFL week, kind of.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets if you think about it.
Yeah, upsets, kind of shockers, poor performances, some great performances.
Bad QB play.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
So just like any episode, we start off with previous week's college and NFL.
I thought we're doing news, though. There's some news this week.
Yeah, but we're doing previous week stuff.
Okay.
Which includes news.
Okay.
But the first question, like always, did you watch any college football?
I did.
What games?
I did. What game did I have on? Oh, I watched the Washington game and a little bit of the Iowa game against who'd they play? Washington played Utah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there controversy or some shit with that? I thought I saw something, but I watched part of that game and then I watched Iowa versus whoever the fuck they played.
The Rutgers.
Rutgers. Yeah, Rutgers. Interesting Rutgers. Okay. Remember that. They got their ass kicked.
I know. All right. To start off, number 2 Georgia defeats number 9 Ole Miss 52-17.
Was that another one? I said my
Ole Miss was holding their own, but then their quarterback got hurt, and that's when it was like 17-17 at one point. And then their quarterback got hurt, and everything just kind of went downhill for them.
Terrible.
Georgia, dude, with Brock Bowers back, their tight end. I think they might, dude. They legitimately could end up winning again. It's crazy.
College tight ends have gotten better.
Oh yeah,
they really have.
A lot of them are becoming more of just receivers. That's literally what Brock Bowers is, just a Travis Kelce. Just maybe.
But I mean, it translates to that. Think about
you don't really need to be a great blocker.
It kind of takes tight ends in the NFL a couple years to get good, and then this year Dalton Kincaid's a monster, and so is Sam Laporta.
Well, Dalton Kincaid is kind of just because Knox got hurt, and then now everybody else on the Bills besides Stephon Diggs is not performing. So
he's better than Knox. So
I agree. I think he's better than Knox, but the first couple of weeks he just kind of low key. Next one is number 3 Michigan defeats number 10 Penn State.
Damn it,
dude! Penn State against top 10 teams is terrible. The head coach, I don't think has a win over a top 10 team since he's been Penn State's coach. So Penn State being in the top 10 all the time is starting to be a little suspicious. It's come on now.
Fucking
with him at coach.
I think I have Penn State too. That's bullshit.
It was a good fought game. Number 5 Washington defeats number 18 Utah 35-28. Sorry, it looked like a 5 to me when I wrote it down.
What I watched of it, so I watched the first half. I think of that game. Michael Penix, he looked up and down in the first half.
So I've noticed that in a lot of games, but then the biggest thing with him is he's coming out when they truly need him. He's it was super windy.
Yeah.
Too, I guess the commentators were talking about how windy it was and stuff, and they were even the first half you could definitely tell he was trying to figure out how that ball was going to fly in the wind, and then the second half he got it figured out.
The first half, Utah's quarterback looked pretty decent. I thought,
he's their second or third string guy too.
Really?
Yeah.
He kind of does I don't know. I call it the today's NFL stuff where I think the quarterbacks are more talented but dumb. If that makes sense.
yeah, no.
They're not checking out stuff like Brady would and Manning would and even Rodgers would. They're all just look at me, I can run a 4.4 and throw throw through a goddamn barn door.
You're gonna send a blitz. All right, I'm gonna run away from you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw it in. I'm not gonna throw the ball into the blitzing side. I'm just gonna run away from the blitz.
Which I don't know really translates into the NFL that much. It does, but like teams are starting to get used to that shit now.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was Washington's when Penix is on. I mean, he's been on for most of the year. I mean, and their defense is, for being a Pac-12 team, is through pretty decent, I guess. Number 14 Mizzou upsets number 13 Tennessee, 36-7.
Who did I take with that?
I don't remember. Probably Mizzou. I don't know.
I don't know if I did. I think I took.
I'd have to watch the video again to see. But
wow, dude, you usually keep good tabs on that.
Sure, I guess. I didn't really watch much of the game. I just know that Tennessee did not look good. That's all. And then number 22 Iowa defeats the Rutgers 22-0. Again, their defense is Iowa's defense and special teams are what's keeping them.
Yeah, that's what I know. Don't they have a good tight end too? Another one?
Yeah, like he's not as good as the Kittles ones, but I mean he's still a good tight end.
He's no TJ Hawkins.
Yeah, but it's just so literally it's crazy to think that Iowa could literally win out or whatever and still fire coaches because they're how they're not meeting the expectations that they truly need to meet. And they also play the difference between now and next year is you're going to be adding in who's all coming over, USC, UCLA, right? Yeah, I don't remember. You're going to be adding some Pac-12 teams that Iowa goes from being, because now they're not going to do a conference, two divisions in the conference. It's all one conference. So Iowa's actually going to have to play these good teams now, and instead of playing Rutgers and Illinois and all those other 3 and 4 teams in the division. So Iowa might be seeing a little collapse down here. Probably middle of the pack, lower middle. And then Iowa State defeats BYU 45-13.
Nice.
They played 45-13. Dude, the guys that have come into the Pac-12, like BYU, Cincinnati, they have not done well so far in the Pac-12. And then we're going to be adding Colorado and Arizona State. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Cincinnati not been good for a couple of years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, 2 years now. But it's just crazy to see how non-dominant those teams have kind of been against the actual Big 12 teams. Houston even. Yeah, so that's what I got for college football. What do you have for news?
First of all, the Bills fire their offensive coordinator. Who saw that coming?
Matt Canada still has a job.
Yeah, that's true.
For the Steelers. Still has a job, and this guy gets fired.
Yeah, I don't know. The Buffalo Bills, dude, they killed themselves. And it's Josh Allen thinks that he's Brett Favre. And he kind of is. he's Josh Allen's good. I heard people bitching about fantasy, and he scored 14 points, but he's still the number 1 point scorer in the NFL once it comes to a game. So I think he's still QB1.
He's the white Jameis Winston this year, right?
He's always been the white Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
he's always been the white Cam Newton. Everyone keeps acting like he's not, but he is.
The only difference is they're 5-5. Yeah, that. But they're 5-5 when they're when they're 7-3 or.
You look at the 3 turnovers he has, that 1 interception on him. Once he threw it to their slot wide receiver, Shakir, whatever his name is. The one that what's his face dropped,
Gabe Davis,
right in the fucking hands. I watched so many drops. Diggs dropped it, Kincaid dropped it. I'm learn how to fucking catch the ball. Ben Daniels messaged it, and he's we could have made that. And I was yeah, we'd done it for half the cost too.
No, 1/16 of the cost.
No, I want half. If I'm gonna go out there and get smoked, I deserve my money. I won't say I don't know. Gabe Davis probably makes at least $3 million. Give me, $1.5 million. I won't be mad about that.
I feel like Gabe Davis makes more.
Maybe he's still on a rookie year though, isn't he?
Maybe, I don't know.
He might make more money. Yeah, look it up.
I'll look it up.
Fact check it.
Keep going with your news and all.
Jordan Hicks placed on IR for the Vikings. That's a big hit.
Anthony Barr might be coming back though.
No,
Ooh.
I think we did sign Anthony
Ooh.
Barr. Anthony Barr, Mike Zimmer defense. Maybe we're actually going to use Anthony Barr how he should have been used all of college as a pass rusher, because that's what he was really good at. How much is he making?
Oh, Jesus.
Less?
So he's making he has a 4-year, $3.9 million contract. So he's making not just under $1 million a year. So
yeah, see, I'll take half of that.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck, at that point, give me all of it. Jesus Christ.
True that.
I'm taking $1 million at least to take it a hit.
Okay.
That's all I had for news on NFL.
Yeah, I think everything else has kind of been like, there's a couple.
Stafford's coming back.
Yeah,
it sounds like
Stafford, JJ might be comning back. Hands on the practice.
I don't think JJ's coming back this week.
Hey, he's projected to score points this in fantasy. I don't know.
Hands
in the I don't think he'll play, but he's practicing at least.
Madison is out this week.
Yeah, Madison's out. Well,
I guess he could come back.
He's possibly out. Derek Carr's in concussion protocol, possibly out. I mean, there's a lot of
Well, they're on a bye anyway.
Oh yeah, true.
Dude, can we just say, can the Saints start Jameis now?
I hope so.
What do you got to lose? Like, what's his face is going to? Dennis Allen's going to get fired after this year.
Yeah. Well,
they have no cap money. Like, there's literally this team can't do anything besides get worse.
It got rejected, but
Oh really? And Alonzo J. Zarantes
trying to finesse gets rejected. Yeah, I think because Jameis is playing, he has nothing to lose. He's got to keep earning a contract, which I think no matter what he does, he's going to still earn a contract somewhere as a backup still.
That helps. What's his face? That helps.
Chris Olave. Dude, he fucking
it hurts. But...
Well, the other one too is Michael Thomas left the game, so that. I think that kind of made a little bit of an impact too, just because Derek Carr...
Michael Thomas might be out for a while too.
Yeah, because Derek Carr really likes to throw to Michael Thomas just because he's the shorter, quicker, slant route. So you notice Carr throws it his way or Kamara a lot. Jameis is I don't give a fuck. I'm throwing the ball downfield, and you better.
It was awesome. As soon as Jameis came in, dude, he started slinging it to Olave. I was like, this is what everyone wanted to happen.
Yeah, so we're talking about it. We're just going to talk about the Vikings game first. Vikings beat the Saints 27-19. Yeah. I literally thought the Saints might come back and pull this shit up and then he throws those picks. I was like, of course, Jameis wins to do it. Jameis wins the things. Yeah. But when he came in and started putting up points, I was like, holy fuck, this is changing real fast.
The Dauber not, dude. Dude, he's fucking looking good. I don't
see. The thing is everybody gets 4 games. Like ever since Ryan Fitzpatrick doing his Fitzmagic shit, it'd be 4-game spurts. So he did it with the Cardinals, whatever, and then after a couple weeks, he finally fell off a little bit. Yeah. So Vikings has got 2 more good games in him, and then might spurt down. So keep on the Vikings.
Okay.
I know. I say 4 more good games, or 2 more, but he'll probably shit the bed this week because I said that now. But
I mean, if he's he kind of reminds me of he plays and it's not the same playing style, but he has the attitude of Case Keenum where he goes out there and he just plays like he doesn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah,
and sometimes
a lot of these guys that are trying to get contracts and stay on teams kind of have to play like I don't give a fuck. So
I mean, it works though because NFL defenses will eat up players that just Zach Wilson who plays too conservative.
Yeah. Well, and at this point, Zach Wilson could do anything, and Robert Saleh's still going to stick with him. I mean, you're halfway through the season, At this point, why would you go and get another?
Well, dude, they're 4-5 and still in the hunt. So
yeah, and you pretend, at this point, if you bring in another quarterback, you're just risking just downfall.
All I got to say about the Jets is I fucking hate the Jets. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy, people. The refs the last 2 weeks are playing against Breece Hall because every single time he has a 10-yard rush, reception, whatever, flag. Dude, it's been you've seen it.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not even crazy. He has to be the most points lost due to holding calls I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, he gets that edge, gets like 8, 10, 15 yards, and then
Like, he literally hurdled,
and then it's like
fucking knocked his ass out of the game, and then flag holding. I was like, "You motherfucker!" And then the touchdown, you couldn't make that shit up. Dude.
I know.
You can't make. They never show the holding calls either. You know that? You notice that shit? They never show the fucking holding calls. They're like, yeah.
Every other hold you see, but
Yeah,
this
is
the ones
you never see the fucking holding calls. So you're like, oh yeah, they held it.
I
here.
think we
Weird.
have a conspiracy that people need to start paying attention to is whenever Breece Hall runs the ball.
Free my dog.
If
Breece
he gets
Hall.
an 8+ yard gain, a flag's gonna most.
Dude, it is.
It's like a.
bullshit.
It's crazy. Now some of the shockers. We had the Texans Bengals game. Texans win 30-27. CJ Stroud with his back-to-back 2 games of leading a game-winning drive.
MVP talk. Shroud. I want to say Joe Burrow, but he did lose still. Joe Burrow still played good in that game, but Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, down right here, this is where Kirk Cousins is right now.
So,
and then underneath Kirk Cousins, that's where your boy's at.
So I was talking to Skylar about this, and I said if Stroud can get 8 to 9 wins, he'll stay in the talks. Probably won't win it, just because there's going to be quarterbacks going to win 10 plus games that are most likely going to win it. If he wins 10 plus, I think he has a real shot at winning it at that point.
Oh, fuck.
8 to 9, it's hard to make a case for to win the MVP if there's a guy that's going 13, 12, and whatever. But if he gets 10, if he can get to 10, I think at that point, and he continues to play at this level, I think at that point he's going to solidify being the MVP. Because the biggest thing that's standing out is he's won game winning, driving down the field, winning games that he's not supposed to win. But his touchdown to interception ratio has been great. Like, he is not turning the ball over. He's making big throws.
Eye test. He looks good.
And the other one too is you have no fucking running game besides, I guess, this week, but you've had no running game. So when you don't have a running game, it's really hard to be able to move the ball. And you have a lot of young receivers. And who's his best receiver? Nico Collins?
Yeah.
Arguably.
Tank Dell.
Like guys that are rookies or in their second year.
Yeah.
So
basically in fantasy, if you have any Texan, which, going into the season, you'd be like, why would you want that? Like, if you have any Texan, you're probably doing pretty decent.
I've got 3 Texans on my team now. I picked up Singletary. But I have Nico, who was out this week. But
Did you trade away? Oh, yeah, you traded away.
I don't have Pierce anymore. Yeah, I got rid of him. I traded him for Zeke.
Remember once I told you not to have him?
Dude, I thought it would work out better, but I guess not. Other crazy game, the Browns 33, Ravens 31.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Dude, the Browns defense, man. Keeping them in the game. Picked off, the tip pass. Dude, it just was crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. Yeah, that was dumb. And then
Deshaun's played a little bit better.
Well, he's hurt now.
Yeah,
too.
he's hurt again, so we'll see how that goes. We shot during that game, you'd see flashbacks of Texans Deshaun Watson with some of his passing and all that. But man, that defense is same with the Steelers. Their defense is literally carrying them right now. And,
dude, it's really good. It's the best defense in the league right now, I think. And
I'd hate to be in that division.
Yeah.
The division is completely wide open still. And
aren't the Steelers 6-3?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't get that.
Because their offense is terrible. They haven't put up 400 total yards of offense.
But Najee's been better. Najee's been low key
both running backs are
and Warren,
yeah, they're both doing well.
Brooks literally pulling the two.
You got to at this point. Let's see here. Oh, the Cardinals 25-23 against the Falcons. K1 in his first game back put up almost 249, so just under 250. He had an interception, but he had a rushing touchdown. Played a lot better than I expected.
Oh yeah, he played good. Yeah, Austin told me that he asked your advice. Yeah. He's like, I was like, should I start telling people collusion or what?
I was like, I don't collude. I was like, there's 4 right answers, not 1.
Yeah, and he said that he didn't understand. He's like, what does that mean? But
he started Carr, so it didn't fucking matter anyway.
No
one expected K1 do what he did.
No, he did pretty well. But what was I going to say about that game? Oh, on the flip side, good win for the Cardinals. I mean, I think they might stay with K1. It's kind of his like, if he can show that there's still something there, the end
They'll
of the
keep
stretch,
him.
yeah, they'll keep
Instead
him.
of trading him. Yeah.
But Bijan, 17 points scored in fantasy. What was the difference between now and week 2 once he had like 20? You know what it was? 22 carries. They finally fed him the rock.
Also had a red zone touchdown.
Yeah. They used him. Like, I kept noticing. I was like, Bijan's on the field?
Yeah, this week pissed me off, though, because I made a bet, and one of my legs was Jonno Smith to get 15-plus receiving yards. And I was like, that's fucking easy. The man's been, they've been feeding the man the passing game. That's like 1 or 2 catches for him. 1 catch for 1 yard. Yeah. I was so pissed. I was like, if there was like one for sure thing I do for the Falcons right now is Jonnu Smith is going to get some fucking bullshit fed to him. But then Heineke got hurt, so Ritter came in, and
He sucks.
But
we got AJ always complains we don't talk about the Bears. So the Bears won.
Yeah, they beat the Panthers. No one cares.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like it's not like a good game. Like look, all these other games were way better. Like who gives a shit? Like who cares?
Sorry, AJ. Sorry.
Who cares that Badgett, an undrafted rookie, beat the number 1 pick in the draft? Who really cares?
So you think Fields is coming back?
Fucking might as well. I mean,
dude, I don't think he's gonna be a Bear next year.
Well, he's got to do something to show that hey, I can still play. So. Right now, Badgett has had a better season than fucking Justin Fields has as a starting quarterback. So if you're Justin Fields, you kind of like, all right, I need to play now so I can prove that I can at least do something. All right.
You don't even got a beer to cheers, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. But I'm not chugging.
Quarter number 2.
Wine and Kugels. Summer Shandy. If you ain't drinking it, you wrong. All right, so quarter 2, miscellaneous. We're going to be doing our top 5 for Heisman watch as it gets getting closer to that time frame. Our top 6 college football playoff. I think, did you do like, I did like current. Did you do like current or like actual predictions? Like
I just did what the teams are. You know, here's the thing. Let's not kid ourselves. I watch very minimal college football, so this is
Marcus went to Google, saw the first fucking CBS, ESPN.
I was like, oh, I know these people. I'll do my. You want me to do my best bullshitting? I'll do my best bullshitting.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So who do you have your number 1 for Heisman?
Michael Penix. You know, I watch this guy every single week, and just an outright stud. The left-handed, just accurate gunslinger that's athletic. Probably going to be a top 5 pick, and probably going to be well, I hope he's not a top 5 pick because I want him to be the Minnesota Viking quarterback. I think out of the whole draft, you know, he's or out of the upcoming draft, he's already had 24 total touchdowns, 945 yards, and a 68.8 completion percentage. The dude's legit.
Where did you get these stats from? Those are old.
Oh, were they? I just got them.
Oh, yeah, that's nice bullshitting. I have Penix number 1 too.
What's he at right now?
30 total touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Oh, maybe it was before this week. No, he didn't have 6. So
I don't know. He's at 30 total touchdowns. 30 total, not just passing.
Oh, well,
maybe
it's 2 weeks old. I don't know.
I
use my stats then.
He's had wins against number 18 Utah, 20 USC, and 8 Oregon. So he's clearing the Pac-12 right now.
Yeah, he's just destroying it.
Yeah, destroying. I do think Bo Nix outplayed him in the Oregon game, but he also ended up.
But who wins? Winners win.
That game.
Winners win. Yeah. Winners win.
Okay. Who's your number 2?
You know, God, I feel like I have old information now.
That's fine.
Jaden Daniels, LSU quarterback. You know, dude's just doing it all for LSU. They don't win big games, but you know what?
He's at the time he threw 30 touchdowns, probably more now. He had like 2,500 yards, probably
Actually,
like
see, your yardage is wrong. Like your yardage is way off, but like the touchdowns probably are very close.
well, I don't know what I just got it off Google. So I
don't know.
didn't like I looked at a website and they had it. So like
Okay, yeah.
well, whatever. Bad information here at Two Drunk Guys in a Football
Mhm.
Podcast. I'm out of my element with college. But
Yeah.
fuck it. But you know what? Dude's an absolute stud. Is he a pocket quarterback?
No, he's mobile.
Oh yeah, he's mobile, so he's running the hell out of that ball.
He has
for
8
us.
rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. You know what? That's one more than Josh Allen, and he's pretty mobile. Just an outright stud, dude. So yeah, that's.
So my number 2 is Bo Nix. Guy has 34 total touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3,100 passing yards. Is beat number 19 Colorado, 13 Utah, Oregon. Besides the only losses against Washington against Penix, and they have literally dominated every other game. It seems like so.
Yeah, Bo Nix is my number 3.
He's your number 3.
Bo Nix guy.
Well,
could be the future Minnesota Viking quarterback.
I think Bo Nix goes higher in the draft. At this rate, if the Vikings keep winning, you're going to end up getting like Jordan Travis later in the draft, or
Well, that's the Florida State guy.
yeah, which he's not bad, but I would rather have Bo Nix or Penix at this point. I think. So since your 3 was Bo Nix, my number 3 is Jordan Travis for FSU. He doesn't have that great of stats compared to the other guys. He's got 2,700 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. But man, they're undefeated. You could definitely tell the difference when he was hurt and off the field. The difference between him playing and the other guy, because he missed a game. So I guess if he didn't miss that game, he'd be a little bit more in the race better. But you could definitely tell they missed him, and he's just balling out for him.
My next guy is Marvin Harrison Jr.
Number 3, hell yeah,
yeah. Number 4.
So, because
I don't know do you have him on yours?
Yeah, he's my number 4.
Oh really?
Yeah, we agreed on one thing. All right, hell yeah.
889 yards. Is that right?
No, 1,063.
So I must be 2 games off then.
Roughly.
I don't know where. Maybe it was an old thing.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Dude's a stud. Dude looks like his dad. I think he legitimately could be the Heisman though. I have seen a little bit of stuff about him. I've watched some highlights because I watched obviously before the pre-draft process of this year. I watched Marvin Harrison Jr. highlights because I watched CJ Stroud, and he looks really fucking good. Like he's one that I think he might be as good as his father, and that's big footsteps to fill.
Yeah. I have him at 4,000, just over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. The biggest thing for him is he's doing it with like a quarterback that people had a lot of questions about. Mm-hmm. So like, you think about like Jimmy Garoppolo, like, can he get, like, can he feed Devontae Adams, which didn't fucking do. But I have Marvin Harrison at the number 4.
No one can feed Devontae Adams.
Well, besides Aiden O'Connell last night.
He didn't though. He only had 14 points.
I feel like they fed him in the first.
They did like the first quarter, then they didn't do anything.
Not last night, but the other night. I guess. That makes sense.
Well,
they were up and they were fucking running the hell out of the ball. So I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's your number 5?
Jalen Milroy, Alabama. Just a dual threat guy, man. Just can do it all. Running, passing. Obviously, Alabama's 8-1, 7-2, something like that. 8-1.
I don't know. They've only lost one off.
8-1, yeah, because they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. I pay attention, Skinny. Yeah. You're damn right. But just a dual threat guy can do it all, and he's, kind of reminds me of Taysom Hill.
He's going to be a all-you-can-do gadget player in the NFL when he can't be a quarterback. Is that what's going to happen here?
He can pass the ball really well, and he's fast, but he's big, so he can do it all.
So now my number 5 is Jaden Daniels. I have him low on the list at number 5 just because he literally has not done shit really. Like winning wise, besides beating a ranked team of Mizzou. But all of their losses have been to ranked teams, so can't discredit him too much because they've all been pretty decent ranked teams. Besides, I think like one of them was a lower rank. Well, beginning of the year they lost to Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Florida State, which technically Florida State was ranked behind them, but Florida State's top 4. So he's got 3,100 passing yards, 38 total touchdowns. He leads in third in passing, like in total touchdowns for quarterbacks at 38. At least out of these guys, and 8 of them are rushing. Like
Dude
he's
can just do it all, man.
yeah, he's a good player. 4 interceptions. All right, college football playoffs.
So obviously,
Do your top 4. Like, who do you have like in the actual playoffs? In order.
Washington, number 1.
Okay.
FSU,
Number 2.
sure.
Like this is like okay. Did you just write down 6 random teams that you were just?
No, I just did the. Okay, you want it. Ohio State, number 1.
Okay.
I'll say Michigan, number 2.
Okay.
Georgia, number 3, and we'll throw Oregon in there.
Okay. In your top 4.
Yeah.
All right. So my top 4 is Georgia's number 1 again. Ohio State, Michigan's 3, and Washington's my 4. The biggest thing here is Michigan and Ohio State play each other. So one of those people has to lose. Now the question is, are they going to value potentially, like Oregon, Washington, if they make the Pac-12, whatever. Like there's a lot of shit that's going to play into this top 6 because Ohio State and Michigan have to play Oregon and fucking
Michigan's America's team.
Washington will potentially play again, and then you have to be like, all right, now if everybody else goes undefeated or whatever, it's like, who the fuck do you even put in there? What win do you value the Washington win over Oregon to edge them out? If Oregon beats them, and then Ohio State, are you gonna? It's gonna be phenomenal. My number 5 and 6 right now are Florida State and Oregon.
Yeah, I got them all on the list.
All the same people. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I do.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of different shit because, let's say Michigan beats Ohio State. Does Ohio State drop out of the top 4? Are they gonna value Michigan's win?
No, I disagree because they're 2 of the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
So I feel like they'll both stay in there.
Yeah, but then what if Washington goes undefeated and Florida State go undefeated and Georgia? That's 3 undefeated teams with one.
I think it'll be Georgia in there for sure.
Georgia, yeah, I think so. Out of the pass, Florida State has the easiest path because they don't play another ranked team. They play 2 unranked teams. Georgia has the hardest path because they play 2 ranked teams. Washington and Oregon both play, for sure, Oregon State, and then potentially the Pac-12 game where they would play each other if that happens. Michigan and Ohio State play each other. There's a lot of fucking,
Yeah.
And then you look at the wins, Georgia's beat 20, Kentucky, Mizzou, and Ole Miss, who are all ranked. Washington's beat Utah, USC, Oregon. There's a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
The thing with Michigan is the only ranked team they beat is Penn State. So, I love this time of the year just because there's so many fucking scenarios and
just everything could happen.
So many things change. Before we start trivia, we'll do our bad betting. Last week went 3-1. Fucking
terrible.
The Cardinals upset us. The Falcons couldn't cover the 1.5, which they were for a while. I was like, dang, this is looking good, and then shit the fucking bed. So we're 22-18 overall. This week we have the Seahawks covering 1 against the Rams, the Texans covering 4.5 against the Cards. We're gonna ride the Cowboys train with how they've been playing and the teams that they're playing. Covering 10.5 against the Panthers, and then after the beatdown and upset that the Jags had, we think they bounce back and cover 6.5 against the Titans. If you put that all in a parlay, $10 pays $123.03 on FanDuel. As of right now, might odds might change a little bit as things go.
Go get your money.
And then like different apps, if you do it, some people might have 7 or it's going to change. Usually changes a point or two. Right now we're week 11.
Mm-hmm.
So we're down $50 right now. Or no, because we won 20. So I think we're even, or we're up 10 now because we were up 22 weeks ago. Yeah, so we're up $10 so far overall because of the place the $10, get your bet back, which I've used. So
nice.
We're up $10 overall, guys.
We're making money.
We're making money as of right now. Next 2 weeks are going to decide on if we go back to zero. We'll see. But all right.
You want to start out with trivia or you want me to start out?
You start off because you have the more.
All right. Which tight end has the most receptions in playoff history?
I mean, fuck. You want to say Gronk, but like, you kind of think about like he played a very short career. Fuck me. Damn. I'm just gonna say Gronk.
Incorrect. Travis Kelce.
And playoff history. Holy shit.
Yep. That's pretty crazy, huh?
That's actually really impressive. I didn't think he'd. I felt like he was up there, but I didn't think he'd be up there.
Well, think about it. With Patty Mahomes, he's been the number one target the whole time. So
yeah,
or number 1 or 2. But yeah, he's. That shocked me too.
That's a huge fucking. Like my next guess was gonna be like Mike Ditka, just because how much he was used back in the day, and
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah,
did he
like
make it to the playoffs. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's Travis Kelce.
Wow. All right. So mine I have for you is how many players have won multiple Heismans, and can you name those players? Player or players? Sorry.
That have won multiple Heismans.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say
how many, and can you name the player or players?
I'm gonna say 2.
That's incorrect. But can you? Yes, one is one. One have won multiple Heismans.
Wasn't Jay Money, dude.
You got to go back to the 70s. So you probably
fuck! He played in the 70s. That couldn't be him. 70.
You played at Ohio State.
Played at Ohio State in the 70s.
He was a running back. You probably did.
A running back in the 70s. What team did he play for in the NFL?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Well, you don't know. Like, it's not a big name player.
Not like. It's not like a fucking like Emmitt Smith type. Like it's not like a top 10 guy in the NFL if he played.
70s. Played in the 70s. Late 70s?
74 to 75. So the back-to-back years.
And played in the 80s and 90s? Thurman Thomas, I don't know.
Oh, here. He played for Cincinnati from 1976 to 1982.
Iggy Williams?
No.
I don't know.
It's Archie Griffin.
Archie Griffin, yeah. I don't know
the most rushing yards he had in the season was 688.
In the NFL?
Yeah.
What, did he just fucking kill it in college?
With 7 total touchdowns.
So he won back-to-back Heisman though?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. All right. Who has the most interceptions in NFL history? I'll give you a hint. He's a Minnesota Viking.
Dude, I don't know Minnesota Vikings like at all. Literally the only Minnesota Vikings I know are Randy Moss, Dante Culpepper, Is it fucking the current safety?
No.
I don't fucking know.
Paul Cruz.
Paul Cruz. All right. Fucking the longest yard, Paul Cruz. All right.
We're 0-3 right now between me and you.
Dude, it's random shit that I don't know fucking any of the Vikings. Paul Cruz, you think when did he even play?
Safety.
No, like what year? Like back.
Oh, like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 80s. Yeah, like in between that.
Yeah. I know Randy Moss, Dante Culpepper, and then like Adrian Peterson, more recent guys. Like I don't fucking know any Vikings.
All right, okay.
I know the Purple People Eaters, but I don't know who they were. All right, I'm gonna do another college football. What is the only school in NCAA history to have back-to-back years of Heisman Trophy winners?
Jesus Christ.
It's happened in the last 10 years.
Let me think.
Both are starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Alabama.
Incorrect.
So Alabama. Can't be Oregon. Can't be Texas. What is another powerhouse? Clemson.
Nope.
So it's not Clemson. What else is another powerhouse? Both are starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Who? LSU?
Nope.
So it's not LSU. Let me think. Who's a Heisman Trophy one? Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's not Ohio State. It's Oklahoma.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it was Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray.
There you go.
Yeah, damn right.
I gave you 5 no's,
Yeah,
but you got it. All right, next one.
What non-quarterback has scored the most points in Super Bowl history?
What quarterback has?
Non-quarterback.
Non-quarterback.
This one's pretty crazy too. I think you'll like this one.
Oh, it's the kicker for the Patriots.
In like one, I don't know if it's like in one game or like, I think it's one game.
Oh, one game?
Yeah, most points in.
Oh, we're gonna dismiss that because I like these trivia. Fuck. Has it been within like the last 20 years? Like more recent? More recent.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably in the last 10.
Last 10. Most points. Non-quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Most points scored in a.
I'll give you a very big hint.
No, I don't want to hit. I'm going to take one guess and just fucking.
Okay, go.
Give me. It's a defensive player, isn't it?
No.
No? Okay. The bus, Jerome Bettis.
Dude, he has not played for over 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, whatever.
James White.
Oh, shit. Doesn't he have like a 3-touchdown Super Bowl?
Something like that. Yeah, he.
Now that I think
of the
about it.
Falcons game.
Yeah, I think he had like 3 touchdowns. All right, that's good. That's a good one. All right. First NFL quarterback to ever throw for 4,000 yards with no receiver over 500 yards.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What era are we talking about? 90s, 2000s?
2010s?
Drew Brees.
Nope.
Brady.
No.
Over 500 yards? No, 4,000 yards and over 500 yards?
Yep, no 500-yard receiver.
Holy shit. Who the fuck did that? That's crazy. So you got to think they had a running back, a receiving running back, and like a really good tight end. Patty Mahomes.
Nope.
Who the fuck could it be? I don't. Oh, God. I already said Breeze, didn't I?
Yep.
Who is it? I don't know.
My boy Carson Wentz, baby!
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. What year?
The 2019
You would put fucking Carson Wentz in there, you fuck.
You didn't do one with. You did not. You're telling me you didn't do a single trivia with any like Case Keenum or Kirk Cousins? Oh
No,
wow,
I
I'm
didn't.
shocked. When I did that, I was like, this motherfucker has a Kirk Cousins question. I know he does.
Who statistically has been no, I didn't actually. I should have. What college did Jim Brown play for?
God damn it.
The rest of them are college questions too.
Yeah.
It's stupid ass questions that no one
All
would
right,
know.
Jim Brown. We're gonna go with fucking Oklahoma State.
No, it's the same college that your quarterback in 2005 played for. What's his name? He played for the Vikings too. Like Donovan McNabb. Do you know where Donovan McNabb went to?
Fuck no.
Syracuse.
No, yeah. Good old Syracuse. They had Carmelo Anthony. That's the only Syracuse player I know is basketball.
Wow,
all right. First QB to ever have 50,000 passing yards.
Dan Marino. Was I on the money?
That doesn't seem right.
First quarterback?
Yeah, it was Dan Marino.
Okay.
They had John Elway in there, and I was like, John Elway finished with 50,000. Like, yeah. No, it's Dan Marino.
We're 1 in like fucking 12. All right. Which two teams in college played the first ever college football game?
Oh, dude, it's one of they're Ivy League schools.
We talked about.
I want to say
today.
Princeton. Was it Princeton?
Mm-hmm.
Princeton and Yale? No. It wasn't Harvard. It was Princeton.
We talked about it today. Today, like, I gave you a huge hint if you were paying attention earlier.
You think I was paying attention?
Do you want to know?
No, it's Princeton. Fuck. I know this. Dude, I'm a sports administration, like, major. All right? I got my master's degree in this. We talk about this shit. Like college athletics. It's Princeton. I know Princeton.
Yeah, you're right about Princeton. You're right.
Fuck. It's not a school you would think of, too, right? Like, it's not one of those Ivy Leagues. Yeah, it's one of those.
It's not one that you really think about.
I get half a point at least. I got Princeton right. Is it Brown? Yeah, I don't know the other one.
Rutgers.
The Rutgers aren't an Ivy League school anymore.
But Princeton was.
Yeah.
Was Rutgers before? I don't know.
Well, it was like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any more?
I've got 2 more.
Okay.
How many career rushing touchdowns does Adrian Peterson have?
140
rushing touchdowns.
Career rushing touchdowns? Oh, maybe that's too high. Emmitt Smith, 126.
120. But you're close.
Yeah.
You're good.
How much did what's his face have? Emmitt Smith. Maybe it was high. Maybe it was really high. I know that he was over 100 by far. I thought he was in the 40s, but maybe that's Emmitt Smith.
164.
164.
Yeah.
That's a lot of touchdowns. It's a lot of fantasy points. How many college players are drafted in the NFL each year?
It's like 237.
Why did I not write down?
267.
It's like 300 and some, I think. I didn't write it down. Am I stupid? I might be stupid. Look it up. 301, 302. I guess you could do the math. 31 times 7. Or 32 times 7.
No, because it's different. Because there's comp picks and all that shit. Brock Purdy draft pick number 262.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I said 267. I was close.
You were close.
That's a pretty decent. All right, my last one. Oh, fuck. Oh, do you know who the all-time leading, like, in a career, most passing yards in a career for a college football player is? Who that player is and how many yards he has?
It was Case Keenum.
Yeah. Do you know how many yards? Not exactly. Like if you said, like, 16,000, like, if it was in the 16s, I'd give you that.
He got a couple extra years. I knew it was Case Keenum. He had got a couple extra years because he went to Houston, right?
Yep.
He got a couple extra years. Let's say he got 6 years. Well, 5 or 6 years. Let's say I'm gonna say 20. Fuck it. I'm gonna say 24,000.
19.
19, really? So I overshot.
See, I even did a Vikings quarterback for you too. Look at me.
Yeah, I know. Let me give you one more. What city is the College Football Hall of Fame in?
Is it Kansas? Not the city, but is it in Kansas? Is there even a College Football Hall of Fame? There really is.
Yeah.
Can you give me the coasts?
East
Coast? Fuck it. I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
No.
No,
I hate this place. I hate this place for NFL reasons and any reason.
I feel like that's a lot of places.
Atlanta, Georgia.
That's not East Coast. That's the South.
Atlanta is on the East. Georgia's in the East Coast.
When somebody says the South, Georgia is considered the South.
Southeast. It's on the East Coast.
No, it's.
Does it not? Is it not a coast? Is it? Does it not? Is it not above Florida on the East Coast?
No, it's not East Coast. It's
I
literally
right.
considered the South. Right. You fuck. I was thinking like East Coast, like Philadelphia. Fuck you. Cheers. We need to go to the next fucking.
Wait, I gotta see this in the map.
Cheers, you fuck. Giving me wrong hints.
Let's see.
Even though I didn't know anyway. All right. Well, we're moving on to fantasy. We've got this week. We're just gonna do players we like, a couple matchups we like for the week, a dislike for the week. I think this is gonna be one that's kind of a good one to do weekly, just because
Georgia touches the East Coast. You fuck.
Georgia's. If you're listening this far in the podcast, let us know, is Georgia the East Coast or is it part of the South? If somebody's like, where is Georgia? Are you going to say the South or are you going to say the East Coast? Let us know.
Yeah, please
let us know. I'm pretty sure Marcus's fucking his geography is terrible.
Does it touch? It's east and it touches a coast.
No one says North Carolina's East Coast.
It is, though.
South Carolina is not East Coast. It's like the South. It's like, at least those guys are the Southeast. Georgia is literally the South. People are like, fucking, those Confederate flags wave crazy in Georgia. They are considered the South. I'm going to say the South when you're like, oh, Georgia. Fucking bastard.
This is bullshit.
We got like, what do we get? 1.5 total? 2.5 because you got Case Keenum. Because I gave you things that might actually know because you did Vikings fucking players. Stupid. True. All right. So I only did 3 likes and dislikes. I know you did 5, so you can just go ahead and start it off.
First like is any Chiefs pass catchers, preferably Travis Kelce and Rashid Rice versus the Eagles defense this week.
Pretty much any slot receiver. Anybody that's going to play the slot, go to ham with the Chiefs, which I think Rice plays the slot the most, I would imagine.
Well, Rice, I think, is kind of becoming
outsides might be a little bit more difficult because that's usually how it goes. But that slot, we have nobody fucking at the slot.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you got Travis Kelce or somebody at the slot, you're gonna be fine. My first one is St. Brown versus the Bears.
No shit.
No
shit.
Hey,
Yeah, no,
fuck
I
you,
agree.
all right, I would say no shit with Travis Kelce too against any matchup. I don't give a fuck.
But I said
Hey,
pass catcher.
here's the question: is Taylor Swift gonna be in? Because
Please, for the love of God, unless I trade him this week.
yeah, but no, St. Brown versus the Bears. Relaxed defense, so they'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Jalen-
St. Brown is so good.
Jalen Johnson's not bad, but I'm not worried about the Bears defense.
He probably won't play him because St. Brown plays in the slot.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. He won't play him. CJ Stroud versus Arizona, man. What that dude did to Cincinnati in the week before to the Bucks. You think that Arizona's defense that is all fucked up and like doesn't have anyone, you think they're going to be able to stop that? This man is on a roll. I'm on the CJ Stroud choo-choo train.
I'll say this right now: if I win my league with CJ Stroud because of my as quarterback, what'd you say? Was it last year? Or you say you get a Justin Fields jersey?
Yeah.
Or not? No, it wasn't last year.
No, it was the year that Courtney beat me on some bullshit in the championship.
Who was your quarterback that year?
I had K1 one year. That wasn't the year. K1 was the second year that I lost her. The first year, I think it was Big Ben.
Yeah, it would have been the first year. Yeah, I think. It was,
I literally rolled.
Yeah,
with like
just
some bullshit.
some. I think. Yeah, I will get a CJ Stroud jersey if CJ Stroud wins me. Like if I win the championship in the league, which I know it's not going to happen because I'm gonna lose in the second round. And
what if you win my league? Are you going to do that still?
Oh yeah, I guess I have Stroud too.
Yeah, I have.
Sure, I will.
I have him in the dynasty league, and God, that was a great pick.
Yeah, I will. If I win either of the leagues with Stroud, I will get a jersey.
You heard it first here, folks.
My next one is Sam Howell versus the Giants. That defense is just broke, and
dude.
Sam Howell's the leading passer in the league. I think that's going to continue.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a good division. At least I hope a good divisional game. But for some reason, the Commanders are against the Eagles is always their fucking Super Bowl, and they play like shit against everybody else. But I think Sam Howell will be able to pick that defense apart.
Oh yeah. My next one is Cortland Sutton versus Minnesota defense. I think that Cortland Sutton, this is going to be a competitive game. They're going to be passing. I don't think that the Broncos are going to be able to just run the ball out and stuff like that. I think that they're going to have to pass the ball. And I think Sutton, give me a Sutton, man. He's been so good. Not even just the catch, but like he's been so consistent this year and he's been scoring touchdowns. So that's what you need from that man.
Well, Judy and I thought Mims would be producing more, but he hasn't really. Judy has just been not consistent.
Judy? You think Judy's going to stay a Bronco? You think they'll give him a contract?
I think they're going to trade him away. There's no point to keep him if you have.
He's a bust. I'm saying Jerry Judy's a bust because I watch him.
There's him just watching him and Russ. It just there's like no chemistry there really. And
you know what? Did you watch all of the game yesterday?
No, I went to bed after the third quarter.
So
I watched
in the fourth quarter, you know how me and Milton had our close game in your league? I was shitting a brick because Russ throws it, and I knew he was throwing it to him. I could just tell Jerry Jeudy was in the slot and ran a go route, and he threw it. And thank God for the Bills cornerback or the safety that PI'd him because Jerry Jeudy would have probably had a touchdown or something.
Oh yeah,
but he went. Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw the PI. But and then the 12th man on the field.
That was kind of bullshit. That kind of seemed kind of suspect.
Allegedly, the 12th man on the field was DeMar Hamlin.
I heard someone make a compelling argument why he shouldn't win the comeback player of the year.
A lot of people
it should be Tua.
Why a lot of people have and made an argument that he shouldn't be. But from the very beginning, I've said he's going to be the comeback player of the year because he almost fucking died, and he's playing football. Like that's literally the only reason why he's getting it.
True. After you.
Yeah, I like Cortland Sutton. I wanted him in all the leagues if I could have. Like,
yeah,
you weren't so high on him coming in. But
I was high on him the year prior, but I did get him in my league, and I mean, he's been startable. He's been good enough to like.
Russ loves him, trust him. Yeah. Gonna get it in the ball. My third one, my last one. I have Travis Etienne versus Tennessee. Tennessee's defense has been up and down. After that Jags beat down, one of the reasons why they've been winning games and been successful is running the ball. And after that 49ers disaster, they're going to try to get Etienne and all those guys back up. And you got to be able to run the ball with that team.
Yeah. My next one is Evans and Godwin versus the 49ers. That 49ers defense, if they have a kink in their armor, it is their defensive backs. And I think Evans has been freaking solid this year. He's been really, really good. Top 11 guy. Did not think he would be. And Godwin's been teetering, I think, around the 20th wide receiver, something like that.
Well, the big thing with that is if the 49ers can't get their pass rush, their defense has holes, which is their DBs. I'm excited for I wonder how many matchups it'll happen, because Bosa does line up on the left side a lot, or left side of defense, right side of the offense. You know who's on that right side? Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, and also Bosa does not like hitting his white quarterback. So
yeah, do your last one because I only did 3.
Mostert and Achane, if Achane plays, versus the Raiders.
Yeah, their pass rush, good. Max Crosby, good. Run defense, yes.
Yeah. Bad matchups.
Well, the other one too is they don't have a good enough DBs besides Marcus Peters, who potentially can.
Well, Hill's gonna eat.
Yeah, they can,
like always.
They can guard Hill and Waddle. So your
I
safeties
don't think
are
Marcus Peters can guard.
Well,
yeah,
he's their best option to do it, but you're gonna have those 2 safeties back for most of the game to prevent those deep throws.
Do you want me to start it off?
Yeah, start dislike again.
Josh Allen versus the Jets. He has struggled the last 2 years versus the Jets defense. And it's hard. Obviously if you have Josh Allen, you have to play him. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, you know what? I have Baker Mayfield on my bench and I'm going to stream Baker Mayfield. You got to fucking play Josh Allen. You don't have a choice. But temper your expectations because that Jets defense is really good and
probably the best Jets defense that he's faced, over the last couple of years.
And the Bills right now are broken. Josh Allen will still have his, don't get me wrong, he'll still I at worst case scenario he's top 3 quarterback. Best case scenario he's top, he's the best quarterback in once it comes to fantasy because he's just so dynamic with, scoring rushing touchdowns and stuff like that. But I'm a little worried this week, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that Bills offense can get back on track and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's a definitely a good one. I have Hubbard Sanders versus Dallas. Good luck running the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost put the whole Panthers offense, but they're gonna have to move the ball at some point. So
I could see Adam Thielen having sneaky.
Yeah, that. Well, that's why I didn't put the whole offense because Adam Thielen's gonna be the one guy to actually 22 fantasy points.
White Chocolate's going to catch a couple.
Yeah, but I just don't see them. They've struggled running the ball all year, and against a elite defense, good luck.
Chuba and Miles Sanders, boring. My next one is Rashad White versus the 49ers. The 49ers rush defense, their run-stopping defense, really good. And then who would be covering Rashad White? Fred Warner? Don't want it.
Or Dre Greenlaw.
Greenlaw.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't want it.
Well, and he hasn't had literally all but maybe 1 or 2 games. He hasn't been able to actually run the ball.
Still top 10 somehow.
Yeah,
the ball.
Yeah, that's the big one. But not being able to run the ball, having 20, 30 yards a game, not going to cut it for you, especially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 49ers defense. I'm just excited. Again, I'm excited for that Bosa Wirfs matchup. That's going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah. Plus Chase Young.
Yeah, I guess he's going to have those 2 primarily, but it depends on who lines up. Like I said, Bosa usually lines up on the left.
Mm-hmm.
My dislike is Kenny Pickett versus the Browns. They've already played. Mm-hmm. He had 12 points, which low end startable in whatever league or bye weeks, but that Browns defense is on a whole different level right now, and I know the Pittsburgh offense has kind of picked it up a little bit. Myles Garrett, the biggest thing is Myles Garrett has been compared to TJ Watt a lot. He's got 3 less games in his career, and they were talking about TJ Watt in his first 100 games he's had 88 sacks or whatever. Well, Myles Garrett's at 84.5 or something, like, and 3 less games. So Myles Garrett's coming to try to be like, well, I'm better than TJ Watt. And
He might be.
well,
He might be.
yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of the stats to show
No,
for it.
yeah.
I think it's 2.5 or 3.5 sack difference, 3 less games. He's going to be coming balling out, looking to try to pick that up.
I have to piggyback on that Warren and Harris versus the Browns. I don't want any Steelers this week, man. That looks like that's going to be like a final prediction. I have the Browns winning because they lost the first.
Dude, it's gonna be like 15 to like 6.
That's what I was gonna
it's
say.
just gonna
like,
be.
It's gonna be like a 13 to 15 game
with one defensive touchdown. You know, like it's gonna be so like if you want to watch an old school defensive game, it's gonna be that game for sure. My last guy is if he plays Matthew Stafford versus the Seahawks. I put Rams for some reason, but he's on the Rams. Stafford versus the Seahawks. The week that they've already played him, he dropped quite a bit of points, and that was
turnovers.
Yeah, and that was. But now he's got Cooper Kupp back.
Yeah.
He didn't have Kupp that game. If he's good to go, they're gonna gunsling the fuck out of the ball, and he's got his number one target back with Puka. Good luck guarding that.
I put Devontae Smith versus the Chiefs. I think that Chiefs defense is kind of good, especially in the back end. They've been playing really, really well, and Devontae Smith's kind of been
I'm not worried about AJ just because he's big. He can bully ball himself a little bit.
AJ's going to get his.
Yeah.
AJ is by far the number one.
The biggest thing with Devontae is Devontae's not big enough to bully ball and like play physical.
He's got to route people up, which he does, but I obviously, I'm not very big on Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts, but I don't think he's MVP caliber. And I just don't think that this offense has enough weekly to always accommodate for Devontae Smith.
Yeah. And losing Dallas Goedert's huge.
It is, which will open up some targets, but I feel like they'll try to lean on that run game.
I think at that point you got to implement more Julio. You got the last one too. I didn't do 5.
We can just go to the weekly performances.
All right. I'll start off. Brandon Cooks hasn't done shit all year. Goes for 9 catches, 173 yards, a touchdown, and drops 32 fantasy points.
Well, I'll bounce back with that and say CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, 151 yards, 2 total touchdowns, 39 fantasy points.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to piggyback off of that and go Dak, 404 yards,
Yes.
5 total touchdowns, 1 interception, and 37 fantasy points. That, again, that Cowboys offense.
Insane.
Played the fucking Giants again. They've outscored them 87 to 16 or some shit, like 86 to 6.
When dude, in you know what I loved? I played Saquon. Dude, Saquon did nothing. It was a fourth quarter. He had 0 points.
Yeah.
I think
if you own any part of the Cowboys, the next 3 weeks are going to be lovely for you because they play bottom of the barrel teams. Like their next hardest opponent is the Eagles. I think week 14.
CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson is low key a tight end 1. Like they've been he's been touchdown machine. Like he's not going to have your 8 he's not going to have Travis Kelce numbers, but he's going to have startable tight end numbers, and that's what I like to sneak away.
Startable tight end is like 8+. Like as long as
he's going to have like 10 to 15.
But I'm saying is like as a tight end, if you're getting like 8 points, I'm like, you're
startable. Yeah, you're good now. My next one is TJ Hawkinson, 11 catches, 131 yards, 1 touchdown, 30 points. TJ,
if JJ does not come back. Again, it kind of depends on what the Vikings want to do with where they're at. 6-4? You think you're right in the wild card spot now. I could be wrong, but I feel like you got to be at this point. Do you bring back JJ?
No, we're in the playoffs. Yeah. We're in the playoffs.
Do you bring JJ, make a push now that you're kind of officially at that line? It'll be interesting because if JJ comes back, clearly that target goes down. That target share goes down.
I kind of feel like JJ might not come back till week 14 after our bye because he wanted to be 100%, which I wanted to be 100%.
Makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, TJ. Keep playing him.
Dude, TJ's a stud.
I thought he was going to fucking die.
Dude,
those hits that he was taking.
he
Like,
takes so many hits.
well, like some of those throws that Dobbs was throwing, it was like leading him up for failure.
I know.
But
it's weird, too, because it makes me like, oh, God. It makes me miss Kirk, dude. It really does.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish that if Kirk was in here, because I would think that we'd win those games with Kirk.
I think the big thing that Dobbs brings you is the mobility, which teams with the Vikings are not used to. You know, like
No.
you're not used to. Okay, Kirk Cousins might get a 3 to 5 yard scramble every now and then. You know, whatever the long. You play man, send everybody deep. Might be able to get off that 10 to 12 yard run, but like Dobbs is running like 30 fucking yards downfield for you.
Dude, Dobbs likes to run. Yeah.
My next guy is Noah Brown. He's had back-to-back weeks of phenomenal. 7 catches, 172 yards, no touchdowns, with 24 fantasy points. Nico Collins potentially comes back this week. Might change a little bit for him, but he's a rookie. You know, rookie young guys with CJ Stroud just fucking balling out, man.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
My next guy is Justin Herbert. 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 27 points, and a loss.
Get this man a fucking defense.
Dude.
He's literally right now, as much as I hate to say it because I love Justin Herbert, he's literally on pace to have a career identical to Kirk Cousins. Like legitimately like identical to Kirk Cousins. But I think Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Kirk just by a little bit.
Because he was drafted in the first round?
No. Okay. I think he's got a better arm than Kirk.
Probably a little bit, but Kirk's way more accurate, dude. Kirk's fucking dying.
But like just if I don't get how the Chargers defense is so bad. You have all that talent.
Maybe Justin Herbert just isn't.
He literally drove down the field to get him in the game, and then the Lions were able to drive down and kick a field goal. You can't do anything in a quarterback. I mean, it was tied, all right? My next one. Fuck off. My next one is Devin Singletary. Who would have fucking thought? No Texans running back has been able to run more than like 40 yards in a game, 50 yards in a game. 150 yards, a touchdown, 23 fantasy points. I won
Did you start him?
No, I had him on my bench, but I still won. But I mean, would you start him when you have Joe Mixon and CMC?
Joe Mixon? I'd start Joe Mixon over. Do you want to keep going or do you want to go?
Yeah, just finish them real quick.
Keenan fucking Allen. Oh my god. Keenan Allen, 11 points, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This motherfucker, dude. I hate Keenan
40
Allen.
40 points, though. 11 catches, 40 points. All right.
I didn't put the points. Yeah, 11 catches, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, 40 points. I played against Keenan Allen 2 times now that he fucked me in the ass.
But you won.
I did one of them.
This year, yeah, right now. This week, you won, though.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did win, but dude, fuck, man. Like, I looked at that shit. Does fucking Justin Herbert not see anyone else? Did he not throw it to anyone else? Like,
Quentin Johnson's not what we thought he would be yet.
he's not who we thought we was.
Well, he's not as big as Mike Evans, so the 50-50 balls that we thought Quentin Johnson would be doing, he's not that physical.
He wasn't good at 50-50 balls in college, though. He was not.
He doesn't get open.
He's someone, okay.
He hasn't been good deep downfield like we thought.
You know how Jacob Thompson always talks shit to me and says that I play like Julian Edelman?
Sure.
He's told me that before. Like, he's like, you need to use your frame. That's the same thing which I did this year. I did play big this year. That's the same thing that Quentin Johnson does. He tries to play like a small receiver once he's a big receiver. Play like a goddamn big receiver.
The biggest thing is he just relied on speed in college. He was 6'4" and could run a 4.
You're 6'4". Why the fuck can you not throw it up?
Yeah.
The average DB height is 6 foot if you're fucking lucky.
You know what's crazy about that Keenan Allen thing, though? The motherfucker got hurt and came out of the game for a while, too.
I fucking know.
There was I think they went like a drive or two without him in.
Every single fucking time.
Think about how many more points he could have scored if he doesn't get.
Skinny, imagine having CeeDee Lamb and fucking what's his face, just watching them and be like, damn, they're having a great game. CeeDee Lamb touchdown, CeeDee Lamb rushing touchdown, CeeDee Lamb another like 20-yard reception. Then you look over and you're like, fucking Keenan Allen's canceling that shit out.
Yeah, no, I agree. So my last guy is Jason Myers. Shout out to the kickers. Went 5 for 5 for field goals, 2 extra points, didn't miss. 21 fantasy points as a kicker.
That's crazy. I cannot hit with kickers this year either. Kickers have sucked.
I got Hopkins for Cleveland. He's like number 7, number 6. So.
Every kicker that I pick up scores me 3 points. I just keep it. I'm like, I gotta keep with them. But wait, I got one last one.
Oh yeah,
Brian Robinson, 8 rushes, 38 yards, 6 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown. Dude had like fucking 30 fantasy points?
When he opened up the game with like a 40-yard touchdown, I was like, Jesus Christ.
What are you going to do?
I know.
I traded him away, but I don't regret it.
I got him in one league.
What, our dynasty with JT?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Quarter 4.
To be fair, though, blaming you about liquor, you have been the person that the drunkest I've ever been in my life. It's always been with you, and it's always been like, don't be a bitch. Do you not remember these? Do you not recall these?
Yeah, we were also like 20 years old, when our bodies could take it.
Well, you're still in our fucking 20s.
My body can't take it anymore, all right?
It's bullshit.
I don't know. The Halloween party, I was honestly impressed. I didn't get drunk.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing, Skinny. You need to start practicing Pong or whatever. You don't play it enough. Jesus Christ.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're going to just talk about that. We're just not going to talk about that I didn't drink for 16 weeks or 6 weeks and drank like 15 beers. Plus, like another beer or two from the kickstand. Just saying. All right. Quarter 4. Keep going here. College football upcoming matchups. These numbers are going to change a little bit for some teams because the rankings don't get released until 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, really?
On Tuesdays. So that's why I'm thinking like when we do virtual, maybe we film on Wednesdays just so then that way this is updated. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But
it doesn't matter.
Number 18 Utah. As of right now, again, these numbers might change. Plays number 21 Arizona.
Isn't there 2 rankings though?
Yeah, there's the college football rankings, the top 6, and then there's everything else. I mean, like the college football rank, because now that it's college football playoffs.
Back in the day, so this is like way left field. But once I played NCAA, there used to be 2 different ranking systems.
Yeah,
it was like 2013.
Yeah, there's like AP, there's like ESPN, there's
they did some stuff.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
all different shit, but the official college football playoffs rankings have started.
All right.
So like that's released every Tuesday at like 8 o'clock. They do the rankings.
Okay.
But then like everything else will be changed based off of that in a sense. So right now, 18 Utah versus 21 Arizona. I'm on the fucking Arizona train, dude. They've been fucking winning and just beating teams. It's in Arizona too. So Utah, unless they somehow get their like golden boy back at quarterback, I'm sorry. I'm taking Arizona. They probably might lose, but Arizona's on a fucking high horse right now, and they've been impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Georgia plays number 13, Tennessee in Tennessee.
Give me Georgia.
Yeah, I don't see any team beating Georgia right now. They're playing so well. Number 25, Kansas State versus number 16, Kansas in Kansas, which, I mean...
Kansas State's?
Yeah. They've been a little sneaky.
Give me Kansas State upset.
Kansas State with the upset. All right. Number 5, Washington versus number 12, Oregon State in Oregon.
Give me Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to take Washington too. Then we have Iowa State plays number 7, Texas in Texas. It's going to be the 7 o'clock game, so if you're not doing anything Saturday night, you can watch the game. Yeah. Throw it on the tube.
Iowa State upset.
Texas is favored by 7.5. Ewers is back too. So
Future Minnesota Viking.
Another decent guy maybe to pick up. I definitely see Texas just stomping Ohio State. And then number 22, Iowa plays Illinois. Iowa's favored by 3 points.
Not surprising.
Yeah. So NFL pick'ems. Currently, last week was not a great week for either of us. I went 6-8. You went 7-7. You at least didn't go under, but I went 6-8. So currently rankings, I'm at 94-56, which is like 60%, just under. You're at 91-59, so we're about 60%. I mean, that's not bad. Get us a contract, CBS. Fuck,
we could do better than all those people.
Yeah, probably.
Let us be the new undisputed people, dude. We'd be great at that. Just give us controversial topics that we just got to argue about, and we could do it 100%.
Yeah, I can argue about anything. I
could take a position that I don't even care about. I argue about it,
and then you attack each other personally, like every once in a while, you know. Like,
you never even played high school football, Skinny.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully better weeks for this week for us. But we will definitely see.
Let me start them out.
Yeah, you do it, boy. You got the new pick'em like
Thursday, November 16th, 2023. Joe Mixon and the Cincinnati Bengals take on
OBJ and the Ravens. I took Cincy.
I took Cincy too. Cincy ain't gonna lose 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I don't think after that rough start, their team's connecting. It's not like they lost by a blowout to the Texans. It's
the Texans game was surprising. They shouldn't have lost that.
They played like ass, but they still put up 20
some points.
Yeah, like they put up a decent amount of points. Baltimore has had their ups and downs though in games. I mean, they have. They let
people are saying Lamar for MVP this year. I was like, I don't know if I agree with that.
I think he's in my top 5 currently. He was my number like 2 or 3. But after this game, you're up 14 plus points and you can't fucking close it out.
Yeah.
That's big.
Against a Cleveland offense that sucks.
Yeah.
Jaylen Warren and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Jerome Ford and the Cleveland Browns.
I took the Browns.
Took the Browns too. Not even a question. I feel like this division is going to split a lot of divisional games. Home games are probably going to be one, so I'll take that.
Well, and again, don't expect a high-scoring game. Just expect a lot of defense. I think the Cleveland Browns have the better overall defense, and I think that the Browns offense is not as dysfunctional and shitty as the Pittsburgh offense has been, even though it's kind of been dysfunctional. But
DJ Moore and the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And do we gotta talk about this? Is anyone gonna question what we pick? Look at you drinking 4 beers, Skinny.
I took the Lions.
I took the Lions too. Sorry, AJ.
Yeah, you want us to talk about the Bears?
AJ, the Bears suck, okay?
It doesn't matter who's going to play at quarterback. The Bears aren't going to win.
AJ, I'm sorry. But you know what? Next year, once they have the dude that paints his fingernails, they'll be fine.
Oh, and don't forget, they'll have the number 2 pick too or something and have Marvin Harrison Jr. So fucking somehow.
That'll be crazy, though.
Yeah,
it'll be crazy. DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison Jr. and then what's his nuts? Caleb Williams. That'd be kind of cool.
Everything else on your offense is still shitty.
Yeah, and then you can trade Justin Fields for like a 5th round pick to the Vikings
and get a 5th round offensive lineman that you think is going to be the game changer.
Exactly. That's what I want. Bears, please. Next, Justin Herbert in the LA Chargers versus Jordan Love in the Green Bay Packers.
Give me the Chargers.
Jordan Love's is going to go in there and throw 2 touchdowns and like 3 picks. So give me the Chargers as well.
The Chargers are literally like, again, an above average defense away from actually being like, hey, we can actually, be
Let's
a
just
Super
be
Bowl
real.
team.
The Chargers can't win big games. So if it's a game that they should win, they probably will win, possibly. But if it's a game like a big game,
If it's going to be a shootout, your defense
losing,
isn't.
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to lose. The defense can't hold up.
Josh Jacobs in the Raiders versus Tyreek Hill in the Miami Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Fins as well. No question here. We should have taken the plus 11. I think it's going to be a shootout. I kind of think it's going to be
Aiden O'Connell, meet Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, me having to actually pass the ball. Dude, Aiden, can I just say, Aiden O'Connell looks like the kid.
He looks like Farva from Super Troopers.
Dude, you know what he
Can I
looks
get a
like?
liter of cola?
He looks like that dude that thinks he's cool, but he's not. And you
'Cause
know
of the
exactly,
mustache.
yeah,
because
because the mustache and like once he has his chin strap on, it looks like he has a big ass like dip in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like his chin strap. Why do you have the stupidest fucking chin strap in the NFL? That's what I want to know.
It's the helmet he was given. All right, relax.
He picked it. He fucking picked it. Dude, who's on the Giants anymore?
Dexter Lawrence. Oh, offensively, you have Saquon Barkley. That's it.
Saquon Barkley, not Shaquan Barkley, and the New York Football Giants versus Brian Robinson Jr., many men, and the Washington football team. Or I guess they're the Commanders. Shit, dude. God, they have too many names. The Commanders.
Yeah, the Commanders.
I'm going to take Washington.
I did too. I almost sat there like, you know what? This is going to be the trap game for the Commanders.
Yeah, probably well.
They fucking ball again. They ball out against the Eagles both times they fucking play them, and then they fucking are going to shit the bed against the Giants.
It's going to be a game where like Saquon Barkley has like 77 yards. Like I'm going to say like 20 attempts, but then have like 10 receptions for like 150 yards or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I took Commanders. Sam Howell's look good. Their offense is clicking. Their defense is a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you don't lead the league in passing yards for no reason at all. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know what their record is. I know it's not like they're like 1-7 where they have to throw the ball all the time.
They got to be close to 500.
Yeah, the big thing is you also have to think like.
Hey, do you think they stick with Sam Howell now, or do you think he's like this year's version of Taylor Heineke?
I think you stick with him. He's cheap.
He's cheap and he's been decent.
Yeah, exactly. Again, you don't lead the league in passing yards. Just because.
Sam Howell, future Minnesota Viking quarterback.
If you strictly believe that because you're losing games, you're going to lead the league in passing yards.
Does he have Kirk Cousins vibes though? Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
We'll see.
Kind of. So, future Minnesota Viking quarterback Sam Howell.
Oh, jeez.
Antonio Pollard in the Dallas Cowboys versus Adam Thielen in the Carolina Panthers.
Is it going to be Dallas by a mile? By a million?
Dude. Can I get another 30-point CeeDee Lamb game and then like...
You know what would be great? Is just having Dallas play like a not shitty team.
Yeah, you know what? You think Minnesota Vikings could beat Dallas Cowboys this year?
I mean, anything's possible. The Cardinals.
Yeah,
I just don't see the Carolina Panthers coming close.
No. Oh, fuck no. Dude, Bryce Young, is he the biggest draft bust this year?
I don't know if I can call it your best receiver is Adam Thielen. You have no line. I don't know.
Adam Thielen's kind of good.
I can't call him a draft bust
yet, but he's been bad.
The other thing he has no run game. Like he hasn't. Like again, he got drafted into kind of a shitty situation. They traded away CMC. They traded away DJ Moore. He doesn't have really anything around him besides Adam Thielen.
I agree.
and he's got to deal with Miles Sanders.
So who'd be the biggest offensive bust? Draft bust.
I'd have to look. There's got to be somebody else. I just
Quentin Johnston. His first round pick.
Yeah, that one too. That one's a big one.
Really, who would you rather have on your team right now? Quentin Johnston on your bench or
neither. I
Bryce
just
Young,
dropped Quentin Johnston. Actually,
I know because I had him on my bench for a long time,
Yeah,
and then I dropped him. Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
one you pick up. You're like
See the other one too is the quarterbacks are a little bit different. I always have said quarterbacks, any rookie really needs time to adapt, but if you're going to put a quarterback in a bad situation, you can't expect a
Yeah, but they're not like at this point. You would at least want him to run a lot.
Yeah,
and he just
like the biggest thing I think coaching comes down to it too is like the Texans have C.J. Stroud and a lot of the young receivers, but like I don't think people realize how good C.J. Stroud actually was in college. I think they saw Ohio State quarterback and was like, he's not going to be good.
To be honest, we fell into that too. Let's be completely honest.
I'm not
like
gonna,
we got to be honest. Like we all looked at that and we were like
just because one guy was from Bama, one guy was from Iowa State, you kind of assumed.
I did say though on our first podcast, I think that was the first ever I thought CJ Stroud over Bryce Young, but then I kind of backtracked.
You also have to put it in the perspective, the vice versa in the situations to even do they succeed? You know, like how, like what does that team look like? I think quarterbacks, no matter if you're been in the league for years or anything, you have to at least. It's going to take longer than half a season to like usually. Statistically, besides Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford, it takes time.
I would like to see more from Bryce Young. Though. I think that's what's concerning. Is like there hasn't been like that moment where like, okay, this is why they drafted him. That's what's kind of worried me about him.
Yeah, and then the other one too is he hasn't had consistent receiver besides Adam Thielen. Like nobody else has really stepped up to be like, you can give me the ball. So,
so we both took Dallas. Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans versus Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm taking the Jags. After that,
I'm taking the Jags too. Yeah.
After that embarrassment, they're gonna bounce back.
Hey, is this gonna be a Calvin Ridley boom game?
I think it's been
I kind of feel it.
It's been like what, like 3 or 4 games since he's had
well, they had a bye, I think, in there.
So 3 games and a bye. It's time for him to.
Yeah, he's been like 50-50. Calvin Ridley, I love you, but I hate you. But just give me like 30 points this week. No, I think I'm playing
Taysom Hill for Calvin Ridley at this point. You know,
no. Fuck no.
I'd play Calvin Ridley because it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I think so. It's got to happen eventually. Disappointing this year, but I think he will. Kyler Murray in the Arizona Cardinals versus C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans.
I'll take the Texans.
Taking the Texans too. I am taking the Texans, and I'm going to ride high. That team's look good.
What's their head coach? D'Amico Ryans, right?
D'Amico Ryan. Coach of the year?
Yeah. I was going to say, he's putting his name up in the Coach of the Year.
Over Dan Campbell?
As of right now, no. 5-5 does not get you Coach of the Year.
But a team
the difference between Coach of the Year and MVP is you could have, if you have a winning record, like let's say win 8 games, win 9 games, you can be Coach of the Year because you're exceeding expectations. MVP is a little bit different of a story, but win 8 or 9 games, he has a legitimate shot at being Coach of the Year.
I think so.
Especially like if those wins are like against like big name teams.
Mm-hmm. Chris Godwin and Michael Evans versus Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
I took the Niners.
I'm taking the Niners and not thinking twice about it.
Yeah, their offense with Debo. It's crazy because you didn't think Debo would make a significant impact. But their offense looked a lot better with Debo out there. You know,
they've been good. Brandon Ayuk caught a touchdown.
Put up, 30?
Wait, did CMC not score a touchdown?
Yeah.
How many points did he score you?
Like 19.
That's ass, dude. You should just cut him and trade him to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you. You know what? Calvin Ridley, CMC. I think that's a fair offer.
They put up like 30 some points, and CMC literally did not score. And yeah, the Niners are back again. Their weakest spots are DBs, and Baker might be able to expose that a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, garbage time is what I'm saying. Brees Hall getting called back on 10-yard rushes in the New York Jets versus Josh Allen, and I'm going to throw at least 3 turnovers, two picks, and have a fumble. Allen in the Buffalo Bills. But I'm going to take the turnovers. I'm going to take Buffalo.
give me Buffalo.
Buffalo Soldier.
After that embarrassment to the Broncos, and they're at home, they are going to. I don't care how good the Jets defense is. They're going to play lights out. I literally, honest to God, I feel like 0 turnovers this game. Like, they are going to play the most perfect game you've ever seen the Buffalo Bills play.
Dude.
Like, first drive, they're going to drive 75 yards downfield, just fucking score. Like, they're not going to let up on the gas.
Wait, so Josh Allen, 25 plus points?
Oh, dude, I think he's going to have a fucking game. I just have a feeling that it's going to turn around.
Dude, 40 points for Josh Allen, and I will be so happy.
CJ Stroud did it. We'll see.
He did.
All right, next game.
Who's giving me a call? Of course, it's Brooke. The Seattle Seahawks versus Cooper Kupp and the Rams.
I took Seattle.
Took Seattle too. No question.
As much as I wanted to take the Rams just because
Wait, have we disagreed once?
Yeah, not this week.
This good.
Well, we're probably going to disagree on one of the games.
Oh, probably the Eagles game.
Yeah. Yeah, Seattle. I think Seattle pulls it out. They're gritty.
Yeah,
defense.
I agree.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
The Dobberknot and Minnesota Vikings versus Russell Wilson and his 13 bathrooms and the Denver Broncos.
I took Denver.
You're a bastard. I got to ride high with Minnesota. They're 6-4. The Dobberknot is way smarter than anyone else. Wait, who else in the NFL is a rocket scientist?
I mean, Richard Sherman was smart.
Is he in the NFL?
He used to be.
Used to be.
So
the Dobberknot's going to sit there and he's going to put up some crazy shit. He's going to do some crazy shit. He's going to be like, how do I blast off and beat the Denver Broncos? And then Russell Wilson's going to be like, oh, Brian Flores, he's a really good fucking coach.
Dude, the Broncos defense has been playing spectacular all of a sudden.
But they've never met Jordan Addison.
They just played against Stephon Diggs. They had to guard Travis Kelce at one point.
Diggs is the most overrated wide receiver in the NFL. Overrated as fuck. He causes nothing but trouble in every single. Dude, he's bitching about having Josh
He's the
Allen.
most overrated.
Yeah. Dude, people
That's
act
a
like
stretch.
Act like he's top 5. I can name 5 wide receivers.
He's not top 5. I'd say he's top 10.
JJ, Tyreek Hill, Lamb. I'd have over him. I'd rather have. Let me think. Who else? Devontae in the right situation. Devontae, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp.
Who else? Who else do we want?
I mean, AJ Brown, maybe.
AJ Brown this year. Anyone else? Anyone else we got?
Maybe he's okay. So
I'd say he's top 10.
He's top 10, but dude, he's so. Diggs pisses me off because Diggs has big games, but Diggs does not come out and make big plays.
Yeah,
he has one big play to his name, the Minneapolis Miracle, probably the best play he'll ever have in his life. But besides that, who was making big plays in Minnesota once he was a Minnesota Viking? Adam Thielen. Who was catching the ball on third down? Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
I watched it all.
I agree.
Overrated.
I have Denver winning just because their offense has been good. Their offense has been clicking. Russ is not last year's Russ. And their defense is playing. They almost had. Think about it. Singleton almost had a pick. Like they almost had a lot more turn.
Wait, are you putting Josh Allen and Dobbs in the same category? You know Dobbs is elite, right?
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Did you see my tweet that I did?
No, what did you do?
Oh yeah,
the dog tweet that I put. Yeah.
True. Some people are dogs, and he's a dog. He's a bald dog.
Last game. We gotta get this over.
Okay.
Jalen, not my MVP, Hurts, and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Travis. I'm gonna probably trade you, Kelsey, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. Every game, I'm gonna take the Eagles. So
give me the Chiefs,
smacking them in the mouth, showing Jalen Hurts why he sucks, why he's not good. They're gonna go in there, show him why they won the Super Bowl, why they've won 2 Super Bowls. They're gonna show him Jalen Hurts. You just don't got the arm for it. You don't have the arm
the
talent.
biggest thing that I'm hoping for is our pass rush just gets home.
Don't matter.
Mahomes under pressure this year has not been good.
Mahomes, first down.
He has not been good under pressure this year, so it'll be interesting.
I might start Rashad Rice. I got to start Travis Kelsey. Give me a true ton of yards. Best game of the year for Mahomes this game.
Okay. I'm not gonna say not, but I don't know. The dude put up almost 350 yards in the fucking half against the Chargers.
No, he's gonna do it.
All right. Okay.
Like and subscribe.